All right, family. We black again. We black again. We got a very disturbing video, news report. Coming up out of Mississippi. Got a very disturbing news report coming up out of Mississippi. I want to run through my intro right quick. Ring the alarm, Seti.com, online marketplace, official general Sara, Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts and hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, 20% off at this time. Go to the video description, check the chat. You'll see the link. 20% off at this time. Pull the fire alarm, generalseti.com, Seti University. Over 900 video presentations on African history, heritage, nation building, spirituality, mental warfare. The complete General Sarah Seti website, developing the black nation one lesson at a time. Check it out, family. I know you're going to love it. Patreon. We keep it popping on Patreon. BPC making noise. We never calm. Just drop a hot one today. The African goddess, serpent goddess, and mermaid goddess, dropping the science, the waters of creation, the holy waters of creation. Check me out, guarantee you. We got over 150 exclusive live streams on Patreon, guaranteed to blow your mind. You see, and Sunday, March 26th, did an ancient African scientist graph the other races? Is the story of Yakub true? And this is really why we need to look into this, because it just seems to be that it is what it is. Make sure you click that link, generalseti.ticketleap.com. Have yourself in the places in the video description. Also, make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sara Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up, like it because you love it, share it with your family and friends, and comment. Just don't say nothing stupid, because I will ban you. Quick, period. Nah. When you just, when you think you didn't, you think you didn't heard it all, you ain't heard nothing. You see what I'm saying? You ain't heard nothing. This brother right here, Rasheem Carter, this brother was found decapitated. You see, he was found decapitated down in Taylorsville, Mississippi. Yeah, they want to act crazy down in Mississippi. You see, this was 1 month after he went to the Taylorsville Police Department asking for help from authorities. You see, and so now the local sheriff is saying that he hasn't ruled out the possibility of murder. You see what I'm saying? But I believe they tried to put it on some damn animals. You see, saying that the young brother was, maybe attacked by animals and shit. You see, brother Rasheem, you understand, reportedly told police on October 1st last year that he'd been chased by a group of white men in trucks. The 25-year-old previously had texted his mother that 3 truckloads of white guys were trying to kill him and shouting racial slurs. And his mama advised him to go to the police. And probably come to find out, they probably was in the goddamn truck. And see, that's what we don't understand. See, that's what we don't understand. And that's why when you look at the history, down there in that goddamn, it's not about no north or south. Just like Malcolm X said, as long as you south of the Canadian border, you south. And even that, goddamn it, even including Canada, the shit. You know what I'm saying? The goddamn police, the goddamn sheriffs, they would get up, when the lynch mob come, they would get up, just walk right out the goddamn jail. You see? They would just get up and walk right out the goddamn jail. and allow the lynch mob to go in there. And many times the sheriff was with the lynch mob. They don't give a goddamn. Who gonna tell on him? Who gonna tell on him? You see, they would be 30, 40,000 people out there seeing a lynching. This is their entertainment. They just show you how sick they is. This is their entertainment. You see? And so, feel for this shit is disturbing, man. How, and we got to deal with this shit, man. Ain't no way, we got to deal with this shit. His body was found in skeleton form 1 month later on November 2nd in a wooded area with a severed head. Mm, mm, mm. Man. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. The family held a press conference on March 13th in Jackson, Mississippi. One of their attorneys, Ben Crump, he on the scene, described the details of the state of Fayette, Mississippi. Residents remain, the residence remains based on the family's independent autopsy. Okay, this is not a natural death, Crump said. This represents a young man who was killed. His head was his vertebrae, his spinal cord was in another spot they discovered away from his severed head. They have found remains that they believe were also Rasim Carter's at another part of where he went missing. Well, that tells us that this was a nefarious act, an evil act. Someone murdered Rasim Carter, and we cannot let them get away with this. Okay. Crump also added that the family was given Carter's head and spinal column in a box from the state crime lab. They just had, I seen it. I don't even want to put it up. They just put the man, they didn't put the man's head in the box. And I could see that the top of it was like, if it was cut off, What y'all do? What's up with Crump? He ain't all together. What y'all think about Crump? You think he is he all right, peoples? It seemed like he be trying. I don't. Y'all know something about him that I don't know because I ain't. It seemed like he be going in for the family, right? Nope, he ain't right. He ain't right, huh? I'm gonna have to do some research on him. Yeah. Okay. I didn't. It seemed for the money. Shit, what they all for the money. He boule. I could believe it. I could believe it. But if he can get justice for the brother, at the end of the day, somebody need to get justice for this young brother, man. Real talk. It got to be some justice for this young brother, man. Straight up. I get into that, but looking, and hearing about this brother, man, and thinking about how these nasty Cro-Magnon Neanderthals then chased this young brother, man, and at the end of his life being in fear like that, man, and tracked down like that, man, and goddamn, and to be, dismembered and all the pain that, man, fuck that. Somebody need, it need to be some justice for that, man. Some real justice, man. Real talk. We need to we got to find out who did this, man. Real talk. We got to. We got to find out who did this. You know, Said this is not a natural death. This represents a young man who was killed. Okay, and so Carter's mother, Tiffany Carter, said that her son texted her on October 7th, the day he disappeared. He was last seen outside of Super 8 in Laurel, Mississippi, where he was working a 10-day stretch for Georgia Pacific Wood Products. His mother said her son was saving money to reopen a restaurant named after his 7-year-old daughter, Callie. Carter closed the restaurant during the pandemic. He say, so I guess he texted one. He say, me and the owner of this company not seeing eye to eye, mama. One text message read, if anything happens to me, he's responsible for it. I'm too smart for it, mama. He got these guys wanting to kill me, and that's what he sent. Yeah, and that's what he sent to me, and that's what he sent to me. So that's what his mama was saying. He got these guys wanting to kill me. Mm, mm, mm. Tiffany Carter added that her son's car was not operable, and he had been riding to work with co-worker until they got into an argument on October the 2nd, and her son was forced to walk. A family friend named Aisha Green agreed to drive to Taylorsville to pick up Carter and to bring him to his hometown of Fayette, Mississippi, but he was not at the gas station where they were supposed to meet. Tiffany Carter reported him missing a few days later at both the Taylorsville Police Department and the Laurel Police Department. Mm. They did not help him. He asked for help, but they did not help him because they was with him. They was with the they was with him. They was in. That's how they roll. He did the right thing by asking, but they did not. You see, you know what? When you in them areas, man, I just, when you in them areas and shit, man, I just hate that our people still, in their predicaments, man, where they still ain't shit changed. You can go down to goddamn, some of these states and that shit is still the same fucking way. Yeah, you gotta have them tools. You do. You understand what I'm saying? Because you don't know. In the photo from the right, I believe is where they caught some. I don't know if they had cameras. You say they boule in the room. Ain't nobody. It's all good. Ain't nobody. I ain't worried about nobody coming over here. We Black Power run this motherfucker over here. You know what I'm saying? We ain't biting our motherfucking so the boule can get the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no power over here. You understand what I'm saying? You rolling with the Nile Valley Riders over this motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? You rolling for African redemption, liberation riders over in this motherfucker. We ain't giving a fuck about nothing. They ain't got enough power. You understand what I'm saying? Plus, my mind is a billion times greater than any one of them niggas' minds. You understand? I could smell them motherfuckers through the computer screen. You understand what I'm saying? They ain't got no power. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, man, we just want to speak to, this brother, man. And they still like, it's almost the you know, because they failed to act. We have what we have is a Mississippi lynching, said Crump. A Mississippi lynching in 2022. America, you cannot turn your head away. We need the highest level of law enforcement to administer justice for Rasheem Carter as if he was your child. You see, the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation declined to comment on the open investigation and referred inquiries to the Smith County Sheriff's Office. Okay. I want to read this shit right here. I'm just keep reading, man. You know, the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation declined to. Okay, I read that. The Smith County Sheriff Joel Houston told NBC News that his office was awaiting potential warrants to determine whether any devices pinged during the area where Carter's remains were found at the time he went missing. Houston also said that co-workers, and that just let you know they can ping on y'all niggas. You see what I'm saying? But it just show you when it's time to get down, they can ping on you. Houston also said that Carter's co-workers, including the ones whose names he gave his mother, had been ruled out as suspects after the authorities were able to confirm that when Carter was last seen alive, their phones were almost 100 miles away from Taylorsville at another job site. Houston said they confirmed their whereabouts through phone records and GPS. But see, the crazy shit about that is that all the motherfucker, once a motherfucker know, see, as a motherfucker tell you searching for a nigga's pings and shit, I mean, you could easily have a motherfucker take that shit to the site. Man, take my, yeah, give me your shit. Yeah, and take that shit to the site. You understand what I'm saying? You see? You can have motherfuckers at the site and pick up the phone and call some numbers and shit. You know what I'm saying? You could do all of that. Call a couple of numbers. Text a couple motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Text a couple motherfuckers. Yeah, we was at the site. Yeah. That shit don't mean shit. That shit don't mean shit. That shit don't mean shit. That ain't no verification that a motherfucker was somewhere. You see what I'm saying? So that's crazy. You see? Houston added that Carter's co-workers noted his demeanor during their interviews with. They said his whole demeanor had changed. They weren't sure what was going on. You see, there's that dumb shit. You know, they always gonna play dumb. That's how they always do. They play dumb. Well, we wasn't sure what was going. Like you give a fuck, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like Carter, you having, Rasheem, you having a bad. They ain't giving a fuck whether that man had no bad. How the fuck you give a fuck about how his demeanor was? They just said he kept to himself more. He usually joked around, and in the last week or so, they weren't able to do that. His mother said Carter was lucid about their phone calls and said he had no history of mental illness. I just know what my son told me. She said, I don't believe anything they say is lies after lies. The family say that they were told Carter may have been decapitated by wild animals during his death, according to his cousin. Mm, mm, mm. They said he was in so many different pieces. They wanted to tell us that he went there and fell dead and animals were feeding off of him. Yeah, what would the man be doing out there? What would the man be doing out there by himself? What would he be? What the hell would the man been doing out there in the woods by himself? What would make him do something like that? You know, that shit is unbelievable, the shit that they say. You know, if the man did already let you know and called that motherfucker chasing him and shit, this, that, and the third, That's right there is a red flag. They chased the man in some trucks. Chased him. That's what he said. That's what he told his mama. They chased him. Shit, I mean, goddamn, who the fuck is that? Who was those that chased him? Have them people been identified? What the fuck was they chasing him for? We need to find that out. We need to find out what the hell were they chasing that man for. Man, listen here. I know how. Listen, let me tell y'all something. I know how these motherfuckers is. I was in Detroit. You see, I was in Detroit. You see, and you know, I was in high school. You see, I was in high school. I was still into the knowledge. Even at that time, my uncles was already, you know, they was already dropping the science. I was already up on the motherfucking, because shit, I mean, motherfuckers think up north, shit, right there in Howell, Michigan right there in Howell, Michigan is one of the motherfucking capitals of the Ku Klux Klan. Howell, Michigan. They was trying to sell that goddamn way back when they was trying to sell that goddamn Ku Klux Klan uniform. You see? And you know, I was going, you know, I was walking down. I tell motherfuckers exactly what I was right there on Shane, and I was in Lafayette. I was on Shane and goddamn Lafayette. I went to Martin Luther King High. You understand what I'm saying? And I was right there, and I was walking down, and I looked at the light, and it was a bald head Cro-Magnon Neanderthal, but he wasn't just it was the look that was on his face and every motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying? He looked it like, you know what I'm saying, like he was on a mission and shit. So when I looked at him, I said, you know, and he was in a raid van. He was in one of them vans, you know what I say, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is he doing, you know, in the D like that? You know what I'm saying? And I looked over at him, and and I looked at him, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm a soldier, you know. I looked at him, but he looked at me like, nigga. He looked at me like, nigga, do you want it? You understand what I'm saying? That's how he looked. You know what I'm saying? And the motherfucker, you know, I was with one of my cousins and shit, and you know, she was a girl, and I said, you know what? This motherfucker about to pull. You know what I'm saying? But luckily we was right. And he was a grown ass man. I ain't about to sit up here and lie to you. But it looked like he, you know, this motherfucker pulling like he strapped. You understand what I'm saying? This motherfucker was strapped. That's how he was pulling. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, to say, you know, these motherfuckers they be packing. They know what they got to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers, when you watch these motherfucking Cro-Magnon Neanderthals, especially in the South, they ride with their shotguns and all type of rifles and shit. You see, they ride like that. You see what I'm saying? And this motherfucker was in Detroit. I'm thinking to myself, like, what the fuck is he doing in the D? You know what I'm saying? But shit, you know, niggas is so busy, you know what I'm saying? They ain't thinking, they too busy looking for a nigga to fuck with. You see what I'm saying? And so I had my run in with that brother. I mean, I'm talking about it with this brother. I had my run in with this goddamn Cro-Magnon Neanderthal. You see what I'm saying? But that let me know then. Cause you know what? I'm gonna tell you niggas. And my moral in that, thank you, brother. Once again, Wilson be dropping, man. You know, I got to get a brother, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying, you can't pump fake. Don't pump fake with the motherfuckers. You understand what I'm saying? Don't pump fake. Don't you do that. Don't pump fake. Because they hold it. You understand what I'm saying? You know, back in the day, you could punk a white boy. You see? You could punk him. They ain't want nothing. They wasn't packing. You could punk them. You see? It's a new day and age. You see? They hold it. You see? They hold it. And so that, you know, I call myself, because, you know, I'm thinking, you know, yeah, You know, and they taught me something. You know what I'm saying? It taught me something. It said, I knew. I say, you know what? And you know, I never, and from that point on, you understand what I'm saying? I know how to deal with, but I know, and I had a couple situations, but I was on top. I was a grizzly bear by then because I was still 17 years old when that happened. You know what I'm saying? The other times, you know, I was a grizzly bear. So you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, I'm gonna deal with you ruthless. You understand what I'm going straight in your motherfucking chest like a grizzly. You understand what I'm saying? That's how you got to be. I'm not trying to tell nobody to be no nigga. That's how you got to be. That ain't being nigga when you know you and you know you how you got to deal with these motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? You got to know where to cut off. Ain't no after a certain point, it could be just a look. The look alone, nigga, that's it. The cut off. Ain't no more game. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker might come out then. Boom. What's happening? Nigga, the vibe, nigga, the energy. You know what I'm saying? What's the fuck up? If you, I mean, I'm just being real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you niggas got to understand this shit. It's not to be hard or nothing. Is nigga, you got to move quicker than your adversary. Your adversary thinking about nigga doing you like this. You understand what I'm saying? I can't believe it. And it remind me, and I gotta give a you know, a shout out to my brother that and he passed, Dowell. You know, Dowell. You understand, out of Chicago, and he passed on us and shit. You understand what I'm saying? And he brought me to Chicago, and he had you know, he had a live you know, show that he did in Chicago in the mornings, and we was talking about that then. You know, because at that same time they had ran. Matter of fact, I believe it was down in Mississippi where they ran the brother over. It was two white boys. And I don't know if they had, I don't know if whooped him already and shit. I believe they may have already probably. I don't know if they had whooped him. Dower, man. Yeah, bruh. Man. It just shocked me, man, that brother Dower passed. Shocked me. I couldn't believe it, man. That really took some energy out of me. Cause Dower called me to Chicago. When he was in Chicago, he had moved since then. But when he was in Chicago, he had me on live in Chicago, man. And I rocked that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But you know, yeah, they had whooped the brother down there. And I'm gonna go look that up. I had the video and everything, but that was so long ago. And I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if they because he was still in the street, and they went and got in their car, and you know they was in a truck, and it was all on video. They was like in a hotel parking lot. And they just showed, you know, they spent around in the parking lot, and they came around, man, and ran him over. Ran him over. Straight up. Didn't pause or nothing. You know what I'm saying? They just mashed the gas down on the brother and ran him over. You understand what I'm saying? I say, damn. You know what I'm saying? And crazy shit. It was like, man, you know, I was in, you know, in Charleston when they right after they it was like I was going somewhere, man, and it was the places I was going, you feel me? They was already you know, the videos, it was already I mean the lectures was already, but before I could get there, something didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Something didn't happen and shit. So, you know what I'm saying? When I went to Charlotte, you know, the white boy had went up in the church and shot the, you know, the 9 family up in the church. And yeah, man, these are some wild, you know what I'm saying? Because we ain't, you know what I'm saying? And I told him, you got to be on them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? We can't be so goddamn, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You can't be goddamn so where you know, you motherfucking you know, you letting everybody in and shit and this, that, and the third, and you know what I'm saying? You got the motherfucking asking motherfucker what you in here for? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is this? What is okay. Yeah. Correctional officer for lockdown. What the hell is you? What you on, correctional officer for lockdown? Damn, man, what kind of name is that? Man. Yeah. Yeah, man, but you know what I'm saying? You had to boss up on them motherfuckers, man. Like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? With your ass in here, man. I mean, we about God, but motherfucker, you the only Neanderthal in here. You understand what I'm saying? What you know what I'm saying? I mean, Siri, ask a motherfucker. Yeah, you got to ask a motherfucker, you know? Yeah. Yeah, what you cut from, hey man, listen here. I ain't about to keep having no correctional offers for lockdown in here, man. You got to get out of here, man. You got to get the fuck on up out of here, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, you got to get this correction there. You know, don't let nothing like that in. I don't, no, motherfucker, that we on some black power shit, man. I don't want to hear nothing about no goddamn correctional officers for no motherfucking lockdown. Get your bitch ass on up out of here, man. For real, man. Don't come around, yeah. Come around here with doing no shit like that, man. You know what I'm saying? With these motherfuckers. Yeah, he more than suspect. Motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Sitting here talking about what's going on. This motherfucker here talking about some goddamn motherfucker. To see that's the type of nigga you need to and bust his motherfucking wig. You know what I'm saying? You think you know what I'm saying? You think, you thinking niggas is a punk or something, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. You have to approach niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? You do. And so, I really, I really feel for the brother, man, and I'm gonna stay on this case. And you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna stay on this case and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because something, some things just hit me hard, and touch me because there's so much going on. But I just want to make sure, I'm, all this, stories that go down. I'm very, I want to know what the outcome. I'm wishing nothing but the best for our people, but we got to wise up. 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 Quit thinking these motherfucking peoples is your friends, and quit thinking that they different from their goddamn ancestors. You's a fool. You's a fool. You think you think they love you more than they even would they ever think about having some respect for you greater than their own great grandmamas and granddaddies? You's a fool, nigga. You asking somebody to do something that ain't even natural. Even if they was, nigga, and they said, you think they still love them? Which means it's a piece of their ass in them that they not willing to sever. They will not sever their relationship for you. So we got to wake up, family. That's why we got to get our own communities. And you see, even when you got that, they'll try to burn down man. Listen here, it's free. You know what? It's legal until they take it. Get you some heat and get you some shit that eat the street up, nigga. Don't get no little shit. Get if you legal, and even listen here, get you some heat. Get you some heat. And don't get no little shit, nigga. Get something that can eat the fucking street up. You see? Don't get no little shit. Don't get no little shit. That's right. Get you some shit that when nigga that shit that you can see the fucking concrete jumping up off, just cracking the concrete. You understand what I'm saying? Make a motherfucker understand that yeah, you could come. You could come. But this we're gonna have a greeting party for you, nigga, when you show up. We're gonna greet you. We're gonna have a meet and greet. We're gonna have a meet and greet for you when you show up. That's how it gotta be. And we gotta be unified in this. We can't be no more Rosewoods and shit where they run everybody out. No. No. And it seemed like, you know what? I'm just saying, man, in my heart, man, that's what I feel like the next crazy ass shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where they gonna try to run in on a whole community of type. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got to have that concrete popping. You understand what I'm saying? You got to have, like you say, blockbusters. You got to have them blockbusters. You see? You got to have them blockbusters and shit. You understand? That shit goes straight through. Straight up, man. I ain't trying to, but it's real because it's always our people. It's always us. It's always us. All right, family. Let's keep our eyes on this one. Make sure we keep our eyes on it. Make sure you keep your eyes on the young sister there, and make sure her, see her situation going down. Keep your eyes on this brother, and I'll be bringing you some more information of what's going on out here, so we could keep our eyes on what the fuck is really going down. This is the General Sara Seti saying, "Hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power."